Hi parents and guardians, my name is Mrs. Garza and I am your child's math teacher this year. I am going to go over a couple of campus things and then some things that are just really important to math and your child's success in math this third grade year. Elgin ISD, one town, one team, one family. Elgin ISD, the vision, Elgin ISD changes lives. The mission, Elgin ISD ensures a high quality education that guarantees a life-changing experience for all. This is going to take the place of our spring Aptt. You will have a video from myself, Mrs. Garza, Mrs. Humphreys, and Mrs. Reagan. What is Aptt? Academic Parent Teacher Team Meetings. It's a partnership between the students' families and school. These meetings inform about students' academic progress in relation to their peers, reinforce ideas at home that are learned at school, strengthen the partnership between guardians and teachers. One shared goal is to focus on communication. To support the partnership between school and home, please keep your child's teacher informed about family changes that may affect your child and read information that is sent home. If questions come up throughout the school year, please contact your child's teacher or school staff. I know that things change and happen at home, and we're not always aware of those things. And so to help us just understand what a child may be going through, it's just really helpful to just kind of fill us in. You do not have to give us all of the details, of course, but just letting us know like changes are happening at home. That's just really important. It helps us understand why your child may be struggling or maybe something behavior-wise is happening. Please be sure to read the information that is sent home from school. Please be sure to conference with your child's teacher or teachers. In this case, your child has multiple teachers this year. Please keep your child's teacher informed of any changes throughout the school year. Provide the school with the best way to keep you current and up to date. All right, a typical day in math. Typical day, a lesson includes instructional videos, songs. Sometimes I'll have a little video for them to watch that is separate from my video, or just a song or some catchy little thing for them to help them remember the content that we're going over at that time. And there's practice questions. These practice questions, it is really, really important, and it is an expectation that students are completing these practice questions. This allows me to see if they're having any trouble with this content. And this is specifically for kids who are virtual. In-person students, I see those students every day, and so I am able to, in person, I can see what they're struggling with. The assignment. There are 2 graded assignments taken every single week, and some of those come in the form of Education Galaxy, so that's a different website that students need to log on to. A Google form, I have that attached in Google Classroom or Google Slides. Sometimes I will take a grade from their interactive slides that students are working on. Reflex Math is a math program to help students practice their multiplication and division facts, and it's just going to be really beneficial if your child is practicing their fact fluency for about 20 minutes a day. Sometimes that is my required activity for the day. Days that it's not, I still encourage students to practice at home on their own. Here's a little bit about Reflex Math. This is a technology-based program for students to practice their multiplication and division math fact fluency. If your child is having issues and maybe asking for a username, the username is Jessica Garza, and then the password is going to be student initials and their ID number, or they may know that as their lunch number. These 3 over here, this is Mrs. Garza's homeroom, so this is my homeroom. This is where they started with 1.2% accuracy, and so far as a whole class, we are up to 30.3% accuracy. Mrs. Humphreys started with 2.8% accuracy, and we're at 30.2% accuracy. And then Mrs. Reagan's class started off with 3.4% accuracy, and we are at 38.2% accuracy. So we're making progress. Not as much progress as I hope we would have seen, so it's just really important, again, that students are practicing on Reflex Math for about 15 to 20 minutes a day. Education Galaxy, this is a technology program that allows students to practice TEKS. Correct answers will unlock games. Incorrect answers will prompt an explanation video to appear and assist the student with how to answer the problem. It's really important if you see your child working on this that they, if they get a question incorrect, they are watching that how-to video. This is a really, really good program. It's all aligned to our state standards. And so if your child is struggling with something, this is a great way for them to practice that reinforcement at home. And you just go on and click whatever skill it is, and then they can practice. Their username is their initials and ID number, or their lunch number, and then their password is just their ID number. Teacher help. If you need help from me, morning meetings are great for my homeroom, Monday through Friday from 7:35 to 7:50, and then tutorials online office hours are from Monday through Friday from 2:40 to 3:30. I'm also pulling virtual small groups for those students that are learning at home right now, and I've already sent that information out and when for your student to get on. And that is an assignment with what we're working on. I assign it in Google Classroom under Guided Math. The topic is called Guided Math. So you can find more information about that there. All right, this is Renaissance. This is the program that we use to monitor students' progress in math. It's a test that this program tests students' math computational ability. So beginning of the year, when students come into third grade, they ideally are at a 3.0. So that is third grade 0 months. The middle of the year, they're at 3.5, which is third grade, and so year 3, month 5. So in-person students went home with this data at the beginning of the week. And if you would like this data for your students who are virtual, please send me a message, and I will make sure that you guys get that. So if your child, for example, their beginning of the year was a 2.7, that means that they came in at second grade, seventh month, and hopefully they've made at least 5 months progress because we've been in school about 5 months. So then that would put them at 2.7, a 3.2. So ideally, that is what they're on right now. That's not on level where they, we would like to see them, but that is making progress. And that's really ultimately what I hope for each of my students, is to make progress from where you were at the beginning to where you are at the end of the year. If you have questions about this, please feel free to send me a message on Class Dojo or an email. All right, how to help your child at home. Lessons. There are students who are just clicking turn in on a lesson without watching the instructional videos. They are then, as you might imagine, struggling with the graded assignments and or assessments. So those interactive slides that I have on Google Classroom, that is really, really important that they are working through those slides, because again, that is going to tell me if they're understanding or not understanding. Corrections. Students are able to correct any assignment or test for up to half of their missing points back. For example, if your student made a 40 on an assignment and they make corrections, they can earn up to 30 additional points. That's not saying that they will earn up to 30 additional points. They can earn up to 30 additional points. All assignments and corrections are due 2 weeks from the date the assignment was assigned. Corrections will not be accepted after that. Practice, practice, practice. Reflex Math and Education Galaxy are great programs to be using. And word choices. This one is really important. Please don't tell your student that they are bad at math or that you are bad at math. I know that online learning is difficult, but we need positive feedback at home. Our kids are not bad at math. They might struggle with math, or math is difficult for them. And so those are words that I try really, really, really hard to not use in the classroom, because I don't want my students to ever think that they are bad at something. It's just a little bit more challenging or difficult and requires a little bit more practice for them. And this is the last slide, how to contact me. The best way to reach me is via Class Dojo. Please let me know if you need me to resend you an invitation link. You may also email me at jessica.garza@elginisd.net. Thank you so much for listening to this really fast video. I know that was a lot of information. Please, again, reach out to me if you guys have any questions or any concerns. And if you would like to set up a conference, we can do that also. Thank you so much.